How you doing? Durinde back with another episode of Let's Play The Binding of Isaac. Well, so much for me doing one of these every day. I was helping my brother move over the past couple of days. That kept me pretty busy. Of course, I'm working a full-time job as well, so wasn't able to record any episodes. So today we will continue the journey to 999 pennies. So let's get this underway. Start a new run, and we will go with Eden. I like playing with Eden on these runs because it brings a bit of variety. You never know what you're going to get, and we're starting off with counterfeit petty, and as well we have Krampus's head. An interesting start, to say the least. We should be able to one-shot the early bosses with this setup. Krampus's head, I never usually pick up this item. Usually you have something better by the time you end up fighting Krampus in terms of a spacebar item. You always seem to be in pretty dire straits if you have to pick it up. It used to be an excellent item. Of course, back when Rebirth first came out, it had a 3-room charge, and it was quickly patched to have a 6-room charge, and that caused a lot of controversy. Can't say how I really feel about it myself. I probably don't pick it up as often now that it has a 6-room charge. It was probably overpowered when it did have the 3-room charge, so I guess we're living with that for now because this was patched 4 or 5 months ago now, so I guess they won't be going back to the original way it was despite any protests. So we're moving along. We got some piercing shots on this first floor, and let's see who the boss is. Larry Jr. And we made really short work of Larry Jr. Picked up Pageant Boy. Let's see what we got for coins here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12. Not bad. Of course, the purpose of this video, get up to 999 pennies. We want to unlock that stopwatch so we can then make some lost runs and work on picking up those harder to get items. The body, the mind, Isaac's heart, I believe. I also still have a little bit of kind of housekeeping to do in terms of items. I don't have all the challenges completed yet, and there's a few more store items to get as well, which I should get as the game progresses, and I progress towards 999 coins. Apparently I can't speak today, so let's kill these spiders. Hopefully there's enough rooms on this floor that we can actually get to a full charge on Krampus's head. You know, despite me talking about the fact that they changed the charge time, it's still a terrific item for taking out these early floor bosses. But you want to get your tears up and your damage up as much as you can. You don't want to have to end up relying on Krampus's head for the majority of your damage against the bosses, because it only does so much damage, and you have to be able to hold your own. Took some stupid damage there. Actually, lost quite a few spirit hearts over the course of this video so far. I haven't played Binding of Isaac Rebirth in a few days. I won't be picking up the tick due to the fact, like I said, I was helping my brother move, so a little bit rusty, I guess. Okay, we do have a key, so we will be going back to the shop and try not to damage ourselves on the spikes there. And, okay, we have map, and I will take the spirit heart, and we will dump the rest of these coins into the donation machine. Again, the point of these runs is to get up to the elusive 999 coins. Of course, donation machine maxed out fairly quickly, so I'm going to try this pill. Cheers down. Definitely not worth 5 cents, in my opinion. So let's see who the boss is this time. We don't have enough. We didn't complete enough rooms to get a charge for Krampus, and we are fighting the Haunt. I would love to have a charge for this fight, but you gotta live with what you got. I can't invent another room to kind of go in and fight so I can have that Krampus's headshot. Bit of stupid damage there. Don't even have a boss for this fight. Not a boss, a bomb for this fight. A bomb can make all the difference. You can just stick it down along the side here, and he kind of runs into it, and you get a little bit of reprieve. I don't have that much damage either, which is making this a bit of a tough fight. And how I'm playing this boss fight right now, I shouldn't be doing, because I'm taking damage like that when he jumps back along the path. But I guess I'm a little bit impatient. You know, as much as I like to win, these runs not about winning, they're about filling up that donation machine. And I have a ton of Eden tokens, so it's not a big deal if I do die trying to get up to those 999 coins. Super Bandage, pretty terrific for this deal with the devil, and we will pick up Contract from Below, which will double some of our drops, which is great for trying to build up some coins for our donation machine. Of course, I just remembered that our donation machine has already become full for this run, so it doesn't matter how many coins we pick up now. But it will give us some options for picking up some items from the shop. So we will save our Krampus's head charge for the boss fight, unless we encounter like a super tough room, maybe like a Mask of Infamy room. I don't think those appear on these early floors now. Bad Gas, not a terrific pill. Might be able to do something with it though. Would prefer something like, I don't know, Hierophant card drops, health up, tears up, range up, damage up, anything like that. But, well, Bad Gas did a little bit of work there. Of course, I mentioned helping my brother move. Man, those can be long days. It seems like the loading up the trucks and everything, those seem to be the longest days. Actually, unloading stuff, bringing it into the house doesn't seem so bad, because you can kind of put it down and then leave it up to whoever that is moving to sort it out later. But yeah, ended up being a couple of long days helping him move and helping his family move. But the last part of being a sibling, you gotta give him a hand from time to time, and hopefully, if I do end up moving myself, he will give me a hand as well. Full health bill. Not great at this point, but we will take it. It could save our life if we continue to play poorly, as we have and seem to be doing right now. Yeah, at with Spirit Hearts right now. That's not great. And oh yeah, that's that was pretty bad. So not a total loss, because we did max out our donation machine on that run, so I'm not crying too much. Like I said, the point of these, fill up the donation machine, not necessarily to win, but winning is a nice bonus. Now, winning is like getting, it's like having a stocking at Christmas, and like normal presents beside, you know, the stocking, nice little bonus. You might have a comic book or something in it, or some soap. I mean, soap isn't terrific, but you're not going to turn it down. I mean, you're going to use some body wash. You're going to use that deodorant eventually, so. Alright, so let's try and kill these spiders. Not a big fan of these cellar levels. 2 bombs. See if we can generate some sort of coinage here. No, that is not coins. That is spiders. Kind of the opposite. Okay. Would I sacrifice a normal spirit heart for a black heart? The answer to that question is no. Unless I pick up some sort of flying. Okay, up to 10 cents. Not too bad for the first floor. Let's see what else we have on this floor. These kind of polyp guys used to cause me a lot of trouble. Skinny-eyed mushroom. When the Rebirth first came out, I couldn't seem to suss out their pattern, but like anything, a little bit of practice goes a long way. Okay, so we are up to 11 cents. Where's the washroom? Up that way. Let's check out our shop. We do have BOGO bombs, and we have the battery. Nothing that I really want, so we're going to dump the coins to our donation machine again. Again, that is the point of this. And we maxed out early once again, so we will now concentrate on trying to win the run. See if we can do that. Again, I'm not even playing on hard mode here now, which might make me a bit of a wimp, but like I said, the purpose is it's the coins. It's not the winning. It's not to prove how terrific or terrible I am at the Binding of Isaac. It's just kind of for my own purposes. Definitely looking forward to summer now. The past few days here where I live have been pretty gray, pretty wet. Kind of the definition of the April showers type weather. Definitely looking for the Mayflowers as opposed to the April showers. My damage is pretty terrible, so we will be looking to get that built up over the next couple of floors. But yeah, I am looking for, and I'm going to have a lot of tears. I'm looking forward to some nice, hot, warm, sunny days. I live in Canada, so any temperatures I mentioned, they're going to be in degrees Celsius. And looking at the weekend, looks like it's going to be 15, 16, 17 degrees, which is pretty respectable. I know it's not as warm as other places in Canada. I actually lived in Kelowna, BC for a little while. The wafer is a nice pickup. And, you know, this time of year, the flowers were out. You know, people were playing golf. That is not happening where I am right now. Oh, I got that Blackheart back, which is pretty good. Talking about the wafer, its damage resistance doesn't do too much on these earlier floors, but when you get down to the womb and other later floors, it reduces that full heart damage to a half heart, and that can make all the difference between winning and not winning at the Binding of Isaac. Sounds like a book from the 90s that you would see around, like winning at Nintendo or winning at Donkey Kong, winning at the Binding of Isaac. You know, you'd probably find it in like a library sale for like 10 cents or something like that. Or those Scholastic books, was it? They would bring these flyers into your school, and they would have a big selection of books and stuff, and I lived in a lot of areas where we didn't have local bookstores, so those Scholastic book sales, they used to be great for picking up new books and stuff without having to make a road trip somewhere or having to order books in. I remember Goosebumps being the big young adult series when I was a kid. Wasn't big into it myself. I had a couple of older brothers, and they used to be pretty heavy into fantasy type stuff. They used to read a lot of Dragonlance, which was a pretty big D&D series back in the 80s. And you know, being the younger brother by 4 or 5 years, you always try to catch up to the older ones, and I tried to keep up with them by reading what they were reading. So I was reading some pretty thick novels, and this is not me bragging by any stretch of the imagination, but I was reading some pretty thick novels fairly early. Magic Mushroom is pretty great. Let's see what we have here. Alright, Brimstone or Mom's Knife. I would take Brimstone any day of the week over Mom's Knife. Okay, let's move down to the next floor. So, feeling really good about this run so far. We're only at the third floor so far. Caves 1, Brimstone is a big pickup. Some more Spirit Hearts there. And, you know, if we can keep playing well, we might be able to come up with a win. Luck Up is a terrific pill. Luck Up again. We also picked up another contract from below, which will double our item, well, not our item drops, but some of our consumable drops, which will give us a little bit of an edge. That's how it goes with the Binding of Isaac. Everything, you know, kind of builds up slowly, and you eventually become a powerhouse. We'll take Demon's Tail as opposed to what's the name of this one? Purple Heart. Challenge Up. Challenge Up, I think all it does is generates more champions, which, well, champions, if you fight them, they will drop a consumable. But there's no real other advantage unless you're looking for consumables. The champion's belt that you get from the store, at least you get, what what is it? It's damage up as well as challenge up. So at least you get that little damage bonus as well. Are you a wizard? No effect on brimstone. I wonder if they will change that with the expansion. Kind of a funky brimstone shot that goes off to the side. That would be pretty interesting. X-ray vision, going to be great for checking out the secret rooms on this floor without having to waste bombs. Not this floor, actually. It will work for all those floors. I will take this spirit heart, and I'm kind of eyeing the converter. The converter lets you convert, I believe it's 2 spirit hearts into 1 red heart. And I would like to have... Oh, well, there's a health up, so never mind. I was going to say I would like to have at least 1 more health for any potential deal with the devils. Key Beggar, not too interested in you right now. We'll set off this TNT barrel. If I had a few more keys, that might be an option, but I don't have too many yet. And keys on these early floors, kind of a lifeblood, because they determine if you're getting into the shop or if you are getting into the item rooms. So starting to feel a little bit more confident about doing commentary. I still slip up here and there, but seem to be... that was actually a health down pill, but became a health up pill because I was down to 1 health. So I will hold on to this, because our deal with the devil might bring us down if we do get a deal with the devil. I won't be presumptuous about that. Now, despite having brimstone, I will be looking for a little bit of extra damage, because I'm not doing quite as much as I would like, you know. Probably a good complaint to have, you know. It's like getting a terrific cut of beef at a restaurant, but, you know, not getting as much as you would like. You know, he got a 4-ounce riblet as steak as opposed to 6-ounce or something like that. So won't need to worry about hearts anyway. I will take Guppy's tail. I will run away from this bomb, and I took the health down pill. Whoops. So anyway, I think there's another health down pill here. Where's that? Cheers up. I missed that one. Health up. All right. So we undid that damage at a pure luck. I accidentally hit the Q key there when I was trying to run away from the bomb. Okay. And we have 1 too many. Well, we have a half heart too much to do that boss trap room. So we will continue on, kill these ooze dudes, and go down to this long room. Yeah, love brimstone. Oh, what is chaos card? Well, that will allow us to kill anything in 1 shot. I'll hold on to it for now. You know, if we get nothing better, I will carry this all the way down to the fight with Isaac. I will take cancer, which increases your shot speed. And Mom's Eye, doing some work there. Okay, come down here. I was going to say, I will carry that down to the fight with Isaac. I find the Isaac fight harder than the Blue Baby fight. And I'm not sure what the consensus is on that, but I think most people feel the same way about it. I'm 1 cent off. Well, no, there's a black candle there. I would love to have that, so we'll do some more exploring. Black candle, of course, will take off any curses that we could get over the course of this run, and I would be happy to have that. There's also a spirit heart there. If all else fails, I might just buy the spirit heart. Ooh, what do we have here? A couple bombs. Well, that gets us into our golden chest, and that generates another bomb. And we are up to 10 cents, so we just need 5 more cents. So let's do some more exploring. I'm not interested in that. We do have a couple more rooms back here. So let's head back and see if we can pick up a few more cents. Very hopeful about that chest. Let's see what we have. Get the bomb down, and money, money, money. Okay, 4 cents. More bombs. I can bomb these guys. and maybe pick up some coins from him. No? You? Oh, 13, 14. I may waste a lot of bombs trying to do this. Come on. 1 cent. I just need 1 cent. Okay. About this room. That's the thing about consumables in the Binding of Isaac. Sometimes you have more than you need. I don't have a space for items, so I will take Mom's bra, and hopefully we'll pick up a cent on this room. I will have to shoot all the poop, I think. Come on, 1 cent. No. Okay, I will go back here. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Nope. Things not working out. That's RNGesus for you. Sometimes he answers your call, and sometimes he doesn't. Come on, down here. 1 cent, please. 1 cent, please. 1 cent, please. No. No! Well, I do have the option of bombing the donation machine, and I kind of want to, but I don't want to because it will throw out some of the coins that I saved up over the course of this run. Maybe if I bomb this guy, he will produce a cent. No, that was 2 spiders. Okay, I'm going to do it. I know the point of this is getting up to... Okay, that only tossed out 2 cents, so it's not so bad. So I will take out Black Candle, just for the sake of reducing the curse. And hopefully I'll have another run where I can toss a bunch of money into the donation machine. Damage is still a little bit on the low side. Looking for a pentagram type pickup here. Gertie. I remember Gertie in the first game giving me so much trouble. Safety pin. Evil plus shot speed up. Wow. Brimstone can take a while to charge up, but it's not taking very much time to charge up these days. Okay, what do we have here? We have a couple bombs and a useless hearts. Yeah, almost to the point where I'm tap shooting Brimstone, which is good. But still missing that vital damage. I mean, damage is offensive and defensive in this game. If you're doing damage, that means you're killing enemies quicker, and that means you're less likely to take damage. It's the old adage, the best defense is a good offense. Okay, took out those guys in shorter order. A couple bombs here. There's greed, so we don't have to worry about greed being in our shop, which is good. We don't have any keys, so we will think about coming back here if we pick up some keys. May be able to purchase one in the shop because we picked up a few cents. I did pick up Guppy's tail, I think, a while back, so that's probably contributing to all these golden chests. Hopefully they'll appear on the chest, and hopefully they'll appear when we have a lot more keys as well. Okay, let's use Mom's bra and kind of petrify these guys. I gotta wait for them to defrost to kill. So I was checking out the achievements on Steam, and it's like about 80% of people have those early achievements, you know, the Monstrous Tooth and everything. I can't imagine owning this game and not getting past the point, well, at least not getting to the point where you get Monstrous Tooth. But, you know, not everyone's going to like it, so to each their own. A couple keys be nice? No? And it seems like the last video as well, I was lacking keys for these runs. I hate these kind of greed heads we have in here. Oh, we're up to 2 guppy items. Maybe the Gupster is a possibility. I won't turn him down. I know a lot of people don't like people taking Guppy in streams and in videos, but well, it's my game if I want to win. I will try to win. And I will definitely try to win. Still no keys. Maybe that's why I'm not getting any keys. It's kind of, the mass is kind of saying, haha, you can't. Well, yeah, I'm really lacking keys. It would really suck if we couldn't get into either the item room or the shop we have here. We'll play this a few times. Might be able to pick up a tarot card that transports us into the item room. This is the Emperor. Nope. Well, we do have a key, which is great. So we will use that on our item room. So we'll head back. And we do it for time. 16 minutes. I would love to open some of these golden chests, but it's not in the cards. Strange Attractor Magnetic Chairs, I believe, does absolutely nothing with Brimstone. And what's helped me look forward to Afterbirth. I think they will be doing a few more synergies, and I think they're going to be doing a few more transformations as well. Excuse me, a little bit of burp there. So interesting to see what those are. Be cool if there was some sort of spider transformation. You know, there's quite a few spider items. Maybe a mom transformation. You know, pick up mom's knife, mom's contact, heels. Actually, there's quite a few mom items. So maybe if you need 4 or 5, that would be great. Oh, there's Krampus's head again, and another key. I will use this key to open a golden chest because they always have the chance of having more keys. This one had infamy, which I will take. Damage reduction didn't hurt anyone. Kind of does the opposite of hurting you. Prevents you from being hurt. Okay, that's to 17 minutes. So fighting the bosses, it's a possibility. Missing page 2, okay. Having missing page 2 in a secret room means that it's not going to show up in a deal with the devil, which is good because I generally don't like to use hearts to pay for that. It's not a terrific item, but still, with the double items go, probably kind of a B class item. Oh, accidentally came out of full screen mode there for a second. Alright, kill you. Again, we are lacking keys, so that kind of limits our options on what we can be doing. Let's try blowing up this donation machine. Yeah, no, that didn't work out. So yeah, definitely looking for keys. And maybe maybe a card to scum my... Oh, that was really stupid. A card to scum my way out... Really, I took 2 damage there. To scum my way out of the boss trap room. Okay, let's try going back here. We will try one more room to see if we can pick up a card of some sort. Don't have any keys to play that anyway, so that's pointless. I'm probably powerful enough to do boss trap, but not feeling like I want to do it today, so I may just skip it in hopes of actually picking up a key to be able to go into our item room and or our shop. But that may not work out for us. Let's go back here. Yeah, the clock's ticking down. Ticking down, ticking down. That was very close. More golden chests, which are useless to me. I should have, this is me being dumb, used that blood donation machine and took my health down so I could get into the boss trap room, but I did not, which makes me a dummy. So, 1945. We will miss both the boss trap room there and boss rush and our item rooms, which is kind of unfortunate. But that is the Binding of Isaac. It's definitely like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, especially if you're playing with Eden. So we will take the Polaroid on the hopes that we can go to the chest and hopefully at some point pick up some more keys on the way to the chest. So now we are at the womb, and I mentioned earlier about the wafer. This is where the wafer starts doing some work. You know, it reduces that damage to a half heart, so it basically doubles your HP for these floors, as opposed to getting halved when you travel down here. I know the math doesn't quite work out there. You're probably doing some figures in your head right now. You're saying, well, if one's halved, the other one can't be doubled. Yeah, I know. I know. Nobody cares. Did I pick up a battery? I don't think I did enough floors to... Okay. White Pony, not that interested in. Dark Bum, I will take. I mean, it's kind of late to the game, but hey, I don't mind his presence, little buddy for me. Let's move on down to the next floor. So apparently the new adventure is opening up over the next few days. I'd like to be able to see it, but not sure if I will or not. We do have a theater in the small town I live in. It's kind of small, and in terms of when it gets movies, sometimes there is a bit of a lag, so something like the Avengers I might not be able to see until 3 or 4 weeks down the road. Chub have some bombs. And, you know, they don't really have the surround sound or anything. Very small theater, right? Now, that's the one thing I do miss about living in a larger center is being able to go to a theater, check out stuff when it gets released, and enjoy that good surround sound and all that fun stuff. Sloth, I don't even know why you're here, but anyway, the Joker. I will take the Joker over the Chaos card, because that will give me an extra deal with the devil, either on the cathedral or on the chest. Now I could take the Chaos card and use it on the boss, but I think I'm doing okay without it. Thing is, we are still lacking keys. Now you're just going to hang out there, okay. But yeah, that extra deal with the devil might mean the difference between becoming Guppy and not becoming Guppy. You know, Guppy might be a bit of an overkill at this point, but that is the nature of the Binding of Isaac. You know, sometimes the game screws with you, sometimes you get to screw with the game. Couple chests. Doing really good for Spirit Hearts during this run. Remember, in vanilla Binding of Isaac, you didn't have a limit to the number of parts you could have. So, yeah, I mean, you... Oh, there is the Guppy transformation there. And I will leave one Spirit Heart for my deal with the devil. There's no deal with the devil on this floor. And, yeah, we're Guppy, so... chances of us winning now, probably 95%. Of course, there's always the chance of me bunging it up, but that is the nature of the game. Goat Head, which guarantees us a deal with the devil, kind of pointless at this point in the game. So I pretty much wasted a key there. I did pick up 2 keys there, so that's good. Let's go into our arcade. Perhaps we can get a couple of keys to come out of our old slot machine here. So a little bit of patience while we did get a key. Okay, I will take that. Thank you, Dark Bum, for the Spirit Heart. And let's try this. Where are you, Chariot? Yeah, not really happy with the cards coming out of the chest. Would rather have some keys for the chest, but gotta live with what you got. And starting to generate a pretty sizable fly army, which will make short work of any bosses that we come across. Tears up, as well as tears down. Okay, that was pretty much a pointless run. Guy flies. So we did use 2 keys. We picked up 1. Not the best trade-off. Well, Dark Bum can go to town on this room. It's kind of pointless where I have so many Spirit Hearts already. If Dark Bum existed in the Binding of Isaac, the original, like, I could have upwards between like 20 and 30 hearts by the end of the game. It could get ridiculous at times, the amount of health you could have. I'm actually kind of glad that they put the limit on, because you don't seem to steamroll so often. You know, it's a great thing about this game. There is a challenge. You know, you don't want all things to always go great for you. Let's check out our deal with the devil. 3 red chests, mostly bombs. Maybe I should have stuck with the chaos card. But you gamble. Sometimes you lose. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, according to Kenny Rogers. Wow, Monstro, I don't even know why he showed up there. No, I should have stayed home today. Faked sick, you know. Yeah, we'll check you out. Yeah, keys, please, yeah. And we'll take that 1 key. And we will head into the curse room. Of course, Wafer will do some work for us by reducing the damage there. And that was kind of pointless. You know, I am Guppy, and once you become Guppy, those curse rooms become a lot less valuable, as well as the deals with the devil. Because what more could you ask for? I mean, you could get more damage ups with your tears, but I already have Brimstone. So it's, I forgot I could fly. I was worried about those spikes when I went through that room, but I didn't have to worry. Yeah, I'm kind of just trying to avoid those big rooms, but looks like I'm going to have to go through. So here we go. Those ghosts can be a huge pain. Again, those hands, I think I mentioned in the previous video that they actually ended a run for me. Pretty successful run back when Rebirth came out. Of course, they were new to Rebirth, as opposed to Vanilla. And yeah, I couldn't figure out the pattern at all. I didn't see their shadow when they would appear. And yeah, and they were in a room like just before a boss fight. I think it was the mom fight. And yeah, they ended the run for me because I could not get through that room. And of course, each time they hit you, you still take damage. So eventually, like, I lost all my hearts, and yeah, that was not fun. All right, the Fly Army ripping into Isaac here. So hopefully this boss fight will be over with shortly. Oh, ran into that. Not too worried about damage right now. With me doing a little bit of work for me right there. Here, Dark Bum, take that heart. See if you can do something with it. Yeah, there we go. Back to full health. All right, down to the chest. And do we have enough keys now? We do have 4 keys. All right, we have Little Brimstone. Okay, Dirty Touch with E. coli. Libra, you feel balanced, and Midas Touch. So if I touch regular enemies, they will turn into golden poop. Unfortunately, I don't think it works with the bosses, and that's all you fight. on the chest. Would have been a neat little combination a little bit earlier in the game, especially if you pick up unicorn stuff. Pretty much win you the game. I think one of the earliest wins I had was a unicorn stump as well as a Midas touch combination. Okay, let's roll along here. It's red poops. And commentary kind of going down a little bit because I don't know what else to say. Like, we're almost to the end of the game. We are rolling along in health. We are rolling along in damage. Credit card kind of pointless. Didn't I already have super bandage? That was last run. The miter, yeah, kind of pointless, but yeah. Anyway, I may end up doing all the rooms on this floor anyway because I'm just so overpowered right now, and that's a good feeling. It's fun. It's fun to be overpowered sometimes. That's the thing about the Binding of Isaac. You're not overpowered all the time, so when you become overpowered, it is fun. Ooh, undefined. Let's see what happens. No. There is a chance that I can get the error room with undefined. And if I get the error room, it will bring me back to the start of the floor and back to form more chests. So that can be kind of interesting. Back when Rebirth first came out, I actually got to the cathedral before you're actually supposed to get to the cathedral. No, it wasn't the cathedral. It was the chest before I had actually unlocked it, because we'll take Spoonbender. That will kind of overpower us. Because of Undefined, it would keep bringing me back to the I Am Error room, and I got a ton of chests. It was fun. Hello, all stats up. So yeah, those damage ups that I've been looking for, I got them now. And yeah, just kind of ripping through everything. So I will see if I can build up this Undefined and hopefully get the I Am Error room and maybe extend this video out a little bit. See what kind of crazy combinations and synergies we can get. Okay, let's go down this way. Let's all go to kill widows. Not leaf and splash damage. Alright, here we go. Error room. No. Yeah, I think the Undefined chance for the error room or one of the secret rooms. So I may not get it, but that's fine. I mean, I've had quite a few chest pickups as well on this floor, so we did get a few different cool synergies. The homing shots in Brimstone, always a fun one. You know, you can get some pretty cool and wacky patterns coming out of your face. We'll take a BFF. Maybe we can get the fly transformation. How many rooms do we have left? Yeah, I'm gonna go do a few more rooms because it's one of those times where you don't want the run to end because you're having so much fun because you are so overpowered. There's a chance I might get the Lord of the Flies as well. That actually, I actually got Lord of the Flies on the chest like this as well because I picked up so many fly items. I was trying so hard to get it, you know, just by playing the game normally, and ended up picking up like all the fly items on the chest once. And that's how I got Tech Point 5 and Piercing Shots, which is kind of pointless. So, yeah, we've ran out of rooms, so we got no choice but to fight the boss. How sad. 32 minutes, not a bad time for a run. Pretty much standard. And we will pick up Fear Shot. And let's go make short work of Blue Baby. Have you guys seen that game theory video about the Binding of Isaac? It kind of explains you know, the theory behind the game, the story, the lore. You should definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. Anyway, that pretty much does it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd like to hear some suggestions as well on what different games I could be playing. And any other suggestions would be great as well. So thanks for watching, and have a great one.